The key to fulfillment, success, happiness, contentment in life is when you align your personality with what your soul actually came to do.
The number one most important rule, if you want to have success, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to accomplish your dreams, the number one rule is you have to love what you do.
I believe in work ethic like nobody's business.
Rise and shine!
It's Entspresso time.
Good morning, Believe Nation. I am not a morning person, but when you start your day with a routine that inspires you, it will change your life. So good morning, know that I believe in you, and get ready for a shot of Entspresso from Oprah Winfrey.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
The way to make movies is to do stuff that you love because, you know, for 25 years I worked on the Oprah Show, and Stedman will tell you that there were nights that I came home and I almost, you know, it was hard to even like take off my clothes because I knew I was going to be getting up 4 hours later. But I never really felt exhausted. I felt exhausted, but I never felt depleted. So do the work that comes straight from the soul of you, from your background, from stories that you've grown up with, from stories that bring you passion, from stories that you not just yearn to tell, but that if you don't tell them, they won't get told. And when you are operating, you know, the single greatest wisdom I think I've ever received, other than when people show you who they are, is that the key to fulfillment, success, happiness, contentment in life is when you align your personality with what your soul actually came to do. I believe everybody has a soul and has, you know, their own personal spiritual energy. So when you can use your personality to serve whatever that thing is, you can't help but be successful. So if you do films that come from the interior of your soul, you do work, you do art that comes from the interior of you, you cannot miss. It's only when you're doing stuff that you think might make money, you think it may be a hit, or you think it may bring you some level of attention or success. That isn't what does it. I would have to say that all of the great, wonderful experiences of my life that have brought me to this moment have come from working from the interior of myself. And so that's why it feels so authentic, because it actually is. So when you do that, you'll win.
The number one most important rule, if you want to have success, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to accomplish your dreams, the number one rule is you have to love what you do. I have studied more successful people than most people in the work that I've done across my YouTube channels in the past decade plus, and on my website before that. 20 years, it's been 20 years. How old am I? I'm 40. I started doing this when I was 22. Almost 20 years of studying successful people. The number one rule that keeps coming up, whether you're an athlete, an entrepreneur, an innovator, a musician, a singer, over and over and over across all fields, is that you love what you do. And we fall into this trap. We fall into this trap of chasing opportunity, of chasing the hot next thing, and what ends up happening, think about it, we've all been burned. I've been burned, you've been burned, we've all been burned of chasing the hot opportunity that we think is gonna make us a quick buck. And then we end up losing our shirt. We end up losing, hopefully not losing everything, but we end up losing because we never actually love the thing. Why so many entrepreneurs fail, right? Why do so many entrepreneurs fail? Why, whether it's 80% or 90%, you look at the stats, most entrepreneurs fail. Why? Because they're not doing the thing that they love. I had a guy yesterday on my stream. So I do a YouTube stream about 4 times a week where I'm playing League of Legends and answering your business questions. So I'm doing the stream last night, and a guy pops on. He's like, I've got so many ideas of what I could do. So many ideas. I want to start a business. I've got so many ideas. Which one should I pick? And I said, okay, well, hey, you got me live. Let's do some live coaching. Pitch me your ideas. Tell me what you got, and tell me where it came from. Because almost any idea can work. The difference is your love and enthusiasm for it. Because the thing that gets you through the difficult, the hard, the impossible road that's ahead of you is that you just love doing the thing. Where if you don't love it, you're gonna quit as soon as it gets hard. That's the problem. So his first idea he pitches and he said, ever since I was young, I had this problem and I overcame it, and here's my idea to help other people. Like, yes, that one, that's the idea. It's like, okay, but I got another idea that my cousin came to me with a hot opportunity. Like, no, I don't even want to hear the idea. No, stop that thinking right now, immediately. No. Do not go into business with your cousin chasing down some hot opportunity. The first one. The first one is where you need to be. The first one. The thing that you were struggling with growing up and you solve for yourself and you want to help other people solve, that is your $1 million idea plus. And not just making money, impact, service, feeling like what you're doing is important. Your cousin comes to you with a hot no. No, shut it down immediately. Don't let the short-term greed take over. And it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. But that is the rapid path to failure. Somebody else's hot opportunity. So how do you then find it? How do you find your passion, right? If it's about finding your passion, doing what you love, how do you find the thing that you should be doing, that you love? It's one of the most common questions that I get asked, and it's why I wrote Built to Serve. In Built to Serve, I go through a 3-step process: who, why, how. Your who is your most important core value. Your why is your purpose. And then your how is your passion. And so figuring that out in a short little quick version here for this video comes from understanding how you got out of the hole that you were in. What did you struggle with? How did you get out of it? And then that how is what you'll be passionate about teaching other people. I call it the passion process. Like how you got out of it, how you got out of that hole is a recipe that you can teach other people as well. You can teach other people how to do it. It's not just some fluke. How you got out of the hole that you were in, you might have tried a million different things. You might have tried and tried and tried so many different things, and finally one thing stuck. That's the thing that you need to teach other people. So using me as an example, I struggled as an entrepreneur. My first business, 19, quit on my company, making no money, feeling just worthless, feeling like I was waking up every day and going to work and just not getting results and not seeing anything happen, and just making it really hard on myself, you know? I still make my content for 19-year-old Evan, who needs to see this, who needs to hear this, who needs to watch this video. Hey, 19-year-old Evan, how you doing? I believe in you. Let's go. You know what the thing that saved me? The thing that saved me, the thing that got me out of the hole I was in was studying Bill Gates and how he did it and how he started Microsoft. Because I had a software company, he had a software company, and I thought, you know what, if he was young and he could do it, I'm young, I could do it too. How did he do it? And studying Microsoft success allowed me to start applying that to my business and finally start seeing some results. So what did I do? I just modeled success. I asked myself the question, on my lowest day, when I quit my business, I quit on my partner, I woke up the next day feeling like I just lost everything that I'd just been working on, that I had nothing to do, nothing to go to, just felt lost and hopeless. And the thing that came to mind was, somebody has done this before. I can't be the first person to try to build a software company before. Somebody has done it. I need to model success. And that's when I studied Bill Gates. And that's when I got a strategy that then started to shift my business forward. I got my first big deal, you know, $13,500 for me was a huge deal at the time. And then was able to build up the company based off of modeling Bill Gates. And ever since then, whenever I don't know what to do, I model success. I find who's done it, who's done this before, who's accomplished it, who's done what I want to do in this one area. There's no perfect person, right? You want to model relationships, you want to model health, you want to model business. There's lots of things you can model. Whatever your goals are, somebody's done it. That one thing, go model them. And so then what have I done for the past 20 years almost, right? Since 22, is try to help other people model success. That's my passion. That's why I share so much content. That's why I'm making so many videos, 10,000 plus videos. That's crazy. Before that, I was doing website content, and I had 100,000 plus pages of content that are all kind of geared towards 19-year-old Evan. Because there's millions of people who currently are 19-year-old Evan out there. Maybe one of them is you, even if you're not 19. And so that's my passion. Helping entrepreneurs who are struggling, who feel like they don't know what the next step is, and then tapping into somebody who's had a lot more success than them and showing them, one, the hope that it's possible, just giving them belief that they can change, that they can accomplish your goals, that you don't have to stay stuck where you are, that it is possible for you, and then the specific strategy and what to do next. So that's what I've done for the past 20 years. For you, it's the same thing. You're almost always going to be torn between the hot opportunity, the thing that can make money right now, that you think will make money right now, the big trend for this year that's in Inc. magazine, or your cousin comes and tells you, or your best friend from high school wants to start this hot opportunity company that you're not actually that connected to, that you don't actually feel in your heart is the thing that gets you lit up, that you're waking up basically just trying to make money instead of actually trying to help people serve and feel like the work you do matters as important. That opportunity versus helping who you used to be, versus the business that can actually save people's lives. And that you'll wake up feeling you're doing important work every day that is touching people, that is meaningful, that is impactful. And whenever you get to that crossroad, make the right decision. Make the strong decision, make the courageous decision, make the bold decision. Because it's also the long-term smart decision. And if you don't believe me, go back to Oprah, go back to Steve Jobs, go back to all of your heroes, look at how they started, look at what they're doing, look at why they keep doing what they're doing. The number one trait that all successful people have in common, across the board, in every industry, is that they love what they do. And if you need to win, if you want to win, if you're gonna make it happen, you need to love what you're doing too. Now I've got a special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week to act on it. When you watch a video and just get motivated, the sign says you have a 35% chance of actually following through. But when you get motivated and create a specific action plan, you jump from 35% to 91% chance of you following through. That's what I want for you. And then when you commit to other people, the chances of you following through are 95%. So let's make it happen, Believe Nation. We don't just watch videos here, we do something about it. What was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? Let me know, put it down in the comments below so I can celebrate you. Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, I've designed a special free training where every day I send you an unlisted video to help you move your confidence forward. The sign says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action to build a new habit. So I'm going to email you every day for 254 days for free a link to a video to help shift your confidence and belief forward. The link to sign up is in the description below.
Your number one job is to become more of yourself. They think that success is supposed to happen like that. Become so skilled, so vigilant, so flat out fantastic at what you do that your talent cannot be dismissed.
I believe in work ethic like nobody's business. I believe that work ethic is an enormous variable of success. And controllable, which is powerful. However, through the years, what I've not done as good of a job, though I've sprinkled it, though I've done unique pieces of content about it, though my second book was called The Thank You Economy, though in my first book, Crush It, I speak about this. The reason this is a very easy answer for me is the way you sustain it is loving it. It doesn't become being a workaholic when you're doing your hobby. The reason I started telling people that when people hear anybody can do it, they're like, Gary, this is the secret. I'm like, no, take a step back. We now live in an internet world where the cost of entry is zero. And every one of us who's listening right now has a passion, whether that's fishing, fashion, hair coloring, drinking wine, sport. I believe that anybody can start the process of creating content around something they're passionate about, which will always do better than something you're not passionate about. And that over time, that may lead to something that can pay you 30, 40, 80,000 euros or dollars a year, or eventually millions if you're ultimately talented.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.